Hi students, good morning. I hope that you are following these video classes. In the previous class we have learned how to test the strength of an acid by using pH indicator. Today we are going to learn about importance of pH in everyday life. This pH plays a important role in our daily life. Let us observe how this pH plays an important role in our daily life. Our gastric juice, the pH value of gastric juice, what is that gastric juice? Hydrochloric acid. This pH value of gastric juice improves our digestion, and not only that, the change in pH value of our mouth causes tooth decay, and the pH value of soil also, or water, lake water or river water, affects the growth of plants and the survival of aquatic animals. In the same manner, this pH plays an important role in aquatic animals. Not only in aquatic animals, this means the chemical war self-defense by these animals is also done by this pH value. Let us learn in detail how this pH value is changed in our, that means body, or in our surroundings. First, in our digestive system, how this pH value affects in our digestive system. Actually, what is the gastric juice, digestive juice? Hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid helps in digestion of food, which its pH value is very low, that is 1.4. Its pH value is very low. 1.4 means it is strong acid. How much strong it is? If we extract this hydrochloric acid from our stomach, that means digestive system, it is not possible. If we may extract, and if it is put on a metal, then automatically it eats up that metal, that means that metal is corroded. That much of strength is there for this hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid helps in digestion of our food. Sometimes due to overheating or other factors, excess of hydrochloric acid is produced in this stomach, that means digestive system. This excess hydrochloric acid causes indigestion, and which produces pain and irritation. Then what is the best remedy for this indigestion, that means this overproducing of this hydrochloric acid? What we know about neutralization reaction. The best remedy is to neutralize the digestive juice or hydrochloric acid. Then how this hydrochloric acid or digestive juice is neutralized? By using an antacid. Antacid means opposite to acid. Just what is opposite to acid? Base. That's why what we need to neutralize this hydrochloric acid, excessive hydrochloric acid, which causes indigestion or pain and irritation, that is base. A mild non-corrosive base is taken. That mild non-corrosive base means what are available in our lab. Don't use that bases. These are available in our market with different brand names in the form of tablets or syrups or powders, just like Eno, next Dizin tablets, Gelusil, like that. These are available with different brand names. In all these, what are present? Mild non-corrosive base called magnesium hydroxide, what we call as milk of magnesia, it is present. If we take this milk of magnesia or magnesium hydroxide, this neutralizes the acid, excess hydrochloric acid. Then it gives relief to the person. Okay, and not only that, in our homes, if sodium hydrogen carbonate, that means baking soda is present, just a small amount of baking soda is taken and added to water. If we take that, it also acts as a remedy for this excess antacid. Next, this pH causes tooth decay also. How this pH causes this tooth decay? When we eat food materials, the particles of food are remained in the gap of the tooth. Due to the bacteria present in the mouth, these particles of food are splitted, that means broke down into some substances and produce acid. That means due to the decaying of that food particles present in the gap of the tooth, acid is produced. Actually, which acid it is? Lactic acid. And for our mouth, the pH value of in our mouth, what is present actually? Saliva. It is called as also called as digestive use. The pH value of our mouth, that means saliva, is 5.5. That means what is the nature of our mouth? Is it acidic nature or basic nature? We know if the pH value of any substance or anything is less than 7, that is acidic in nature. The pH value of our mouth is 5.5. That means it is less than 7. That's why the pH value, the nature of our mouth is acidic nature. When these food particles which are remained in the gap of the tooth are broken, again what is produced? Lactic acid is produced. The acid which is produced due to decaying of the food particles by bacteria present in the mouth, that adds to the saliva. Then automatically again this pH value falls below 5.5. If the pH value of our mouth falls below 5.5, then what is happened? The tooth, that means tooth decay starts. How this tooth decay starts? This tooth enamel is the hardest substance in our body. Why? It is made of calcium phosphate. This tooth enamel is made of calcium phosphate, which is the hardest material in our body. Is the tooth material, is this tooth enamel is dissolved in water? No, it is not corroded with water and when the food particles which are taken. But it starts corroded when the pH of the mouth is lower than 5.5. Is it happen or not? Yes, it happens when the food particles are remained in the gap of the tooth, or if sometimes small kids always like to eat sweet substances, chocolates, ice creams, like that. In these particles or chocolates or ice creams, these particles which are sweet in taste, that are corroded, that are decayed by the bacteria and produces lactic acid, then automatically this pH value of mouth changes to 5.5 to less than 5.5. Then automatically this acidic nature of the mouth shows its effect on the hardest material, what tooth enamel, what we call, what is made of calcium phosphate. Then the tooth decay starts. Then how can we prevent this tooth decay? The best way to prevent this tooth decay is clean your mouth thoroughly with clean water. And not only that, we have to neutralize the acidic nature of that mouth. To neutralize the acidic nature of the mouth, what we use? Base. Simply rinsing your mouth with the base present in the laboratory, that is suitable? No, that is again hazardous. Then the best way to prevent this is we have to use a toothpaste which are generally basic in nature. Okay, the base the substance which is present in the toothpaste and generally basic, this basic substance neutralizes the acidic nature of the mouth. Then we can prevent this tooth decay. Like that it is happened. In olden days, generally to clean our tooth, what is used in olden days? Our grandparents mostly used neem sticks. What is the taste of the neem sticks? That are better in taste. Already we know the substances which are better in taste, that are basic in nature. That means in the neem stick, what they used for cleaning the tooth or cleaning the mouth, base is present. This base neutralizes like that. In our market, different toothpastes are available. In most of the toothpastes are basic in nature, which neutralizes the acidic nature of the mouth. In the same manner, this pH plays an important role in the soil and plant growth also. Our farmers grow different varieties of crops. Is same kind of soil is suitable for all the varieties of to grow all the varieties of crops? No, different soils. Okay, different soils means what is the different in the soil? The pH value of different soils is also different. That means most of the plants grow best when the pH of the soil is close to 7. If the pH value of the soil is close to 7 means the nature of the soil is neutral. But is the nature of the soil is always neutral? No, it is neutral. It may be acidic in nature or in basic nature. Nowadays, to improve the yield of crops, our farmers mostly used chemical fertilizers. These chemicals which are added to the soil that changes the pH value of the soil from close to 7 to less than 7 and greater than 7. If the pH value of the soil is changed to less than 7, like 4 or 5 or 6, then what is the nature of the soil? Acidic nature. And sometimes the pH value of the soil increases to greater than 7 also. If this is increased to greater than soil, then the nature of the soil is basic in nature. That means the soil, sometimes the soil may be acidic nature or basic nature, natural, like that it is happened. Sometimes it is naturally, that is changed by man-made activities also. Like that, if the soil is acidic or basic, then are the crops, are the plants grow properly? No, that is not suitable for growing of crops. Then again, to grow crops in that soil, we have to change the pH value of the soil. How it is done? For sometimes the soil is too acidic, or sometimes the soil is too basic. If it is too acidic, that means if the pH value of the soil is less than, how do you come to know that the pH value, the soil is acidic or basic? By testing the soil. Is it easy to test? Yes, we have to test this soil by using this pH indicator also. Collect different soil samples, and just 5 grams of that soil is added to 15 or 20 milliliters of distilled water and filter with the filter paper. Okay, after filtering with the filter paper, that filtrate is taken in a watch glass and add this pH indicator. Whenever we add this pH indicator, this soil solution attains a certain color, and observe that color is matched to which color in the pH chart. Okay, it gives the pH value of the soil. Like that, first test the pH value of the soil. After testing, we can easily decide is it acidic nature or basic nature. If it is close to 7, then it is suitable for growing crops. If it is not close to 7, that means less than 7 or greater than 7, then that are treated with some materials. If the soil is too acidic, that means having low pH value, then it is treated with materials like, that means that acidic nature of the soil is neutralized with base. We know which are basic in nature. Actually, which are basic in nature? Metal salts, that means metallic oxides, metallic hydroxides, metal carbonates, all these are basic in nature. If the soil which is too acidic is treated with materials like calcium oxide or calcium hydroxide or calcium carbonate, then these bases neutralize the acids, then automatically the acidic nature of the soil is reduced. Then it is suitable to grow crops. Okay. Then sometimes the soil is too alkaline. How can you decide that it is too alkaline? By testing the pH value, and if it is greater than 7, then it is too alkaline. Then we have to reduce its alkalinity by using this neutralization reaction. How it is happen? The soil alkalinity can be reduced by adding decaying organic matter. We are familiar, in olden days, our farmers always add organic matter, what we call as manure, organic manure or compost, to the fields. What is happened when this organic matter or manure is added to these fields? In this organic matter, acidic substances are present. The organic matter which contains acidic materials, that neutralizes the alkaline nature of the soil. That means its alkalinity. Then its alkalinity is reduced. Then again that soil is also suitable to grow the crops. That means in all these, in our body, in digestive system, or in the mouth, that pH value, or the soil and plant growth, all these, actually what is happened? Neutralization reaction takes place, and this pH plays an important role in the survival of animals and our body also. This pH plays an important role in the survival of animals, including human beings. How? What is our body fluid? Blood. The pH value of our body fluid, say blood, is actually 7.2. That means that that is within a narrow pH range, means 7 to 7.8. this narrow pH change shows its effect, so causes many ailments in our body. Okay, how it is happened? For example, it is 7.2. If it is the pH value of our blood is reduced to 6.9 or like that, 7.2 6.9 means the difference is very small. Even the difference is very small, but it shows its effect in high range. Due to some reasons in our body, the pH range gets disturbed. Whenever the pH range gets disturbed, that means whenever there is a narrow change in this pH, then it causes many ailments. That means then many ailments can occur in our body. And not only like that, this pH plays an important role in the aquatic animals also. The aquatic animals like fish, all that can survive in water within a narrow range of pH value. Actually, the pH value of rainwater or the water which is present in the lakes or ponds, okay, actually the aquatic animals means that are living in water. The pH value of that water is close to 7, that means 6 to 7, or sometimes greater than 5.6. Okay, when the pH of that rainwater is, actually the pH of rainwater is greater than 5.6. Sometimes the pH value of rainwater is less than 5.6. If this pH value of rainwater is less than 5.6, then we call this rain as acid rain. Okay, sometimes we observe these acid rains also. Okay, if it is acid rain, then the rainwater mixes with the water which is present in the water, or which mixes with the water which is present in the ponds or lakes. Then the acidic nature of this lake water or pond water increases. Then this high acidity of lake water or river water can kill the aquatic animals also. That means these aquatic animals can survive within a narrow range of pH. But here this acid rain water mixes with this water present in the lakes. What is happened? The pH value changes, means its acidic nature increases. Then it kills the aquatic animals also. That's why the fishermen who rears fish, okay, they have to neutralize the acid. That means this lake water or this pond water where the school of fishes or the aquatic animals are present in larger quantity, they have to neutralize the acidic nature. How they neutralize the acidic nature? By adding some substances. Actually, which substance is added? Calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate means it is metal carbonate. Metal carbonate means it is basic in nature. This calcium carbonate which is added to this, that neutralizes the acidic nature. Then the aquatic animals can survive in this water. Let us observe how these animals and plants protect themselves in this wildlife. In this wildlife, these animals and plants, by using some chemicals, they also done the defense, that what we call as self-defense. That means many animals and plants protect themselves from their enemies by injecting painful and irritating substances. What are the substances injected which causes pain and irritation? That are nothing but acids and bases. For example, when an ant bite is happened, we observe severe pain. How it is happened? That means that injects an acid into our body. In the same manner, most of the plants and so many plants and animals protect themselves by injecting some acids and bases. For example, when a honeybee stings a person, what happens? It injects an liquid into our body which is acidic in nature. When that acid is injected into our body, it causes immense pain or irritation. Then what is the remedy for this? If we rub this injected portion, that means rubbed area or region, with a mild base like baking soda, that is familiar to us, what we use in our daily life. If that mild base baking soda is applied on that sting region, then this base neutralizes the acidic acid liquid which is injected by the honeybee. In the same manner, when a wasp stings, that is also when a wasp stings, it injects an alkaline liquid, that means it injects a base. Then to neutralize that base, what we need? acid, that's why vinegar. Vinegar means it can aqueous solution of acetic acid, that is also used in our homes. When this vinegar is applied on the stung region, then this vinegar, which is an acid, it neutralizes the base, then it gives relief. In the same manner, in this wildlife, when a person happens to touch the leaves of a nettle plant, that nettle plant has stings on its body. Unexpectedly, it is happens to touch the leaves, we observe severe irritation. How it is happened? Severe itching or irritation. That means these nettle leaves inject methanoic acid into the skin of the person, which causes burning pain. It can also be neutralized by rubbing baking soda on the skin. Like this, in our daily life, in so many cases, how this acid is neutralized by this base. That means in all these, what is happened? Neutralization reaction takes place. Okay, our next topic is salts. We will learn about the salts in next classes.